Since the July 7th incident, we've used much of the Chinese railway, performing 16 transfers and 12 hotel check-ins and check-outs on our way from Tianjin to Changsha. We have our aged mother, children, and luggage with us. Liang Sicheng and his family finally reached Changsha in October 1937. Field investigations of ancient buildings are possible only in years of peace. They've stopped but not died completely. We've tried to keep them alive at minimum cost, waiting for the day of victory so that we can begin again. Life is hard but not unbearable. As a woman, I've been transformed into a working mother, turning 2 dilapidated rented rooms into home. I cook, teach the children, and do the laundry and cleaning. A couple of times we've run for shelter on hearing the air raid sirens. My schedule is completely full.
过去在这个抗战以前呢，我妈家里有厨师，有保姆，照顾我们的生活什么。现在她就全部要承担这些工作。但对他们生活的变化，我觉得他们好像一点都没有这种抱怨的情绪，而是
Before long, 1,600 students from Peking, Tsinghua and Nankai universities also arrived in Changsha. The Kuomintang government had grouped them together to create a temporary university that would begin classes on November the 1st that year. And as a result, several of the old friends from North Zhongbu Lane in Beijing met up once again. In the evenings, they often gathered at Liang Sicheng's home to discuss the war situation.
我记得每天晚上 他们来讨论了以后，最后走的时候，大家就高唱这个抗日歌、救亡歌曲，父亲乐队指挥。
Suddenly, the shrieking of air raid sirens shattered the calm. The bomb dropped 15 yards away from the door of our house. No one knows how we managed not being blown to bits. Our house was in pieces just as we hurried downstairs after hearing some hellish crash and boom, for the 2 bombs first dropped further away from us. It was by sheer instinctive action each of us picked up one child and rushed for the stairs. You must be worried by now, but you must not. If things were to come to the worst for us, we are only, in a way, being released from the present rather terrible, strenuous, dark and unhappy existence. God, what a life! In Taiyuan, Nanjing and Shanghai, Chinese forces were fighting to the death, yet they still failed to stop the Japanese advance. Before long, Shanghai and Nanjing fell, followed by Hangzhou and Jinan. Wuhan and Changsha, meanwhile, regularly bombed by Japanese aircraft. At present, we're packing again. Maybe we will leave for the difficult 10-day trip by bus to Yunnan on the 2nd of December. The stream of refugees to China's southwest continued unabated. Today we got to Yuanling. What a beautiful place. Lin Huiyin thought of Shen Congwen's novel, Border Town. I secretly wondered if Cui Cui, the heroine of the novel, might actually be living in this place. The weather cannot be better. If not for the war, how could we ever have discovered this idyllic place? Yet my heart is heavy with sadness. We mustn't lose hope in this war. I know the time ahead will be difficult, but we can't swallow the humiliation and not fight. People like us are useless in the war, and we may die or be killed. But some are not, and they will find a way. I'm pretty sure China will be better after this war, no longer bowing her head, humiliated and oppressed. But Lin Huiyin's optimism would sadly be short-lived. We started at 1 a.m. to get onto the bus, and by 3 a.m. we packed in all our belongings, few enough, and ourselves into the car. And by 10 in the morning, the car finally started moving, windowless and starterless and everythingless. It has every difficulty in climbing even a flat stretch of road, let alone a real high, dangerous mountain.